Ook zo dichtbij.
Yeah, good smile, good smile.
Good smile.
Okay, Nikki,
Suzanne.
I'm so happy that we are here in Japan.
Me
We
too.
start again. Nikki, I'm so happy that we are here in Japan, and it's amazing. Like, what do I see behind me? What is this? Nikki,
Suzanne. No, again.
Nikki,
Suzanne.
Nikki.
Suzanne.
Well, I'm really happy we are here. I think it has been a year since we first started to talk about the Love Hotel in Tokyo, and we asked you and your company, Tonic, to if you would be so kind to think about the visualization of the Love Hotel so that we could bring it out and inform people about our plans. And this was your first
design.
creativity, as they call it in Japan.
Yes.
Still in love,
Yeah. With double L.
this double L.
Yes.
And what I really like about this design is that it's so traditional. I mean, thinking of love when you're drawing as a child,
It's the first thing you draw.
it's so hard.
Yes.
And then when you have the first pain about love, it's always this, how do you call it, arrow? It's always an arrow. So I think your choice for this symbol is as simple as brilliant.
Yes, and we thought it had to be something what both cultures understand immediately, so it's very international, of course. So the heart was a bit of a cliche, I must say, but it worked for the first design, for the logo design.
So now we look at the back. Love is the name of this new hotel. And the second question we asked you when it was starting to become very clear that the hotel would be realized with Dutch and Japanese designers in Tokyo, we asked you to design the outside of the hotel.
Yes.
Oh, what happened?
Well, what happened was that we first wanted to design something else than only the arrow, or the arrow and the heart, because we thought, okay, that's a nice logo, but then we have to make some new symbols for the exchange of Dutch and Japanese culture. And we made a design, and we wanted to place it outside on the building, but then the prefecture of Nara did not give permission to put it there, because it was quite heavy, I guess, what we did. But it's not so important, because after that, Joe Nagasaka said to us, you can design the wallpaper for the restaurant. So we did.
And what I see here, because here we are in the restaurant, I see an enormous amount of symbols, some that are very familiar to me. So what I see there are some, I might say, typically Dutch windmills. And the windmill is always for us a symbol of Holland, but also of water, of wind, of food, and of tradition. So if you think about architecture, I think the windmill is the most known, almost as the Eiffel Tower for Paris, and maybe as Mount Fuji, because that's what you choose for.
Yes. Well, first we thought the first thing we chose was the deer, because the deer is the symbol for the prefecture of Nara. And then we thought, well, maybe a deer is not enough, so we placed it together with Mount Fuji, who is exploding.
Yeah, Mount Fuji is exploding of love.
Exactly. And then after the Mount Fuji, we thought of the windmills, because we wanted to do this exchange thing. So the Dutch symbol for windmills came into the design. And then after that it began to roll, so we introduced a bike, a Dutch bike, with the hair.
With the hair.
And the hair is the symbol of
it's a symbol of happiness in Japan, and there's even a temple in Kyoto, the Kiyomitsu-dera temple, which has in the top a kind of small temple where you see two hares and, well, I think the Japanese people know this better, sort of folded white paper forms that also are symbols for happiness. So
Yeah.
it's very funny to see that together.
The hare on the Dutch bike.
What does that thing mean? Is that a watermelon?
A watermelon with samurai swords, and together with a deer from Nara. And well, what else happens? Maybe you can guess. And then we made some fruits, the grapes, and there are some other fruits, but they are not in this picture at the moment. Some grapes and cherries. You see that in the sticker card. And of course the tulip, the Dutch flower. And all these things we wanted to bring together. And then we thought, how can we do that? And then we made this ship, which is in the back. Because this ship is the first ship from who came from the Netherlands to Japan 400 years ago. And it's called the Liefde. And that's, of course, such a beautiful story. That the Liefde, what means love in Dutch, brought all these symbols together to Japan.
Yeah, and I think also the Liefde is really, that's the reason to call the Love Hotel. And the Liefde, the ship, is the symbol,
Yeah.
for this connection also in this.
And that's what you told me in the first beginning, when we started this project. That was really an inspiration for you as well.
Absolutely,
So
and I'm so happy you put so many guests in. So I hope the ship will get very full, more and more full.
Yeah. First I wanted to put a lot of people in it, but it was too much work. So maybe we have to think of everybody who's in this love ship.
Well, I must say I really like the clearness of your design, and I think it's communicating very well here.
Well, thank you. I hope so. I hope it's not too heavy for the
Thank
Japanese
you very
people.
much.
Thank you very much.
Hey, Nikki.
Hey, Suzanne.
Well, I'm very happy that we are here in the Love Hotel in Tokyo. And I'd like to discuss a little bit with you how you work as a designer. And after that, what you did for the Love Hotel. And I remember seeing this book for the first time. I find it very, very sweet. Maybe you can tell a little bit about this book. Who are these kissing people on this book?
Well, who do you think they are?
Well, you look a little bit familiar to me.
Yes, the other one is a bit strange, eh? You don't really see him, but he's Thomas, he's my partner. And this is actually the first time we kissed in the Vondelpark, because we met each other in the park in Amsterdam. And we were both graphic designers, we didn't know, of course. And then after some talks, and I don't think this was the really first time we saw each other, but it was the first kiss. And Thomas took a picture of this kiss like this with his hand when we were doing it. And it was in the day, so it's already 18 years ago, that there was still this date in the camera with the little, small cameras. So now we know that has been on from the 1st of October, 1992 or 3. Do you see it? 2.
Wait, this is
Two.
a difficult question for me.
18 years ago, our first kiss.
92.
Yes, that's it.
But I see gold in this book. So what is happening here?
Well, I will tell you, this is a book which came out 4 years later or 3 years later. There was this seminar in Holland, and the title was Eternally Yours of the seminar. And it was about products for the longer term, visions on product endurance. So it meant that products are not just things you can throw away after a year, but you really had to get a bond with it, and you had to recycle products, and you had to live with them for on the longer term. And the title was Eternally Yours, so we thought, let's take some symbols about love. And we made this golden surrounding which is
golden side of the book.
golden side of the book, which is a symbol for the ring, of course, the ring of marriage.
The wedding ring,
The
as we
wedding.
have it in Holland, we have
Yes.
golden rings.
Yes. And then, so that's one symbol. And then we placed our first kiss on the cover. And when you put it like this, you can see the title, Eternally Yours, through the pages. So on every page there is a reference of the title. And in the beginning we put some pictures of our first love years. Just ordinary pictures. I don't know if I have to, how I can show you. Everybody has them. And in the back, a few years later. And then after that, we got kids, and then the love was not finished. But yeah, so this is our first love story.
So, what I really like about this book, that it has a lot of history in it. It has a lot of, everything we see on this book has a very particular story. And if I look around here in this restaurant, I see so many symbols. Some are familiar to me, other ones not exactly. So, what was your plan for this? How did you start thinking about this restaurant, about this love hotel?
Well, first we made this flyer for you 1 year ago, and we took the simple symbol of love. Everybody knows, the heart. And when we went on doing the wallpaper for the restaurant, we thought it was a bit cliche to only use this heart. We wanted to use more symbols. And then we started to make, shall I explain some of the symbols?
Yes, please.
First we made the deer, and that's the symbol for the prefecture of Nara. And we placed the deer next to the Mount Fuji, who is exploding. And then after that we thought, because we really wanted to have an exchange of Dutch and Japanese symbols, we took some Dutch windmills, and then over there is the hare, and you know the hare, the story about the hare.
The hare is the symbol for happiness in Japan, and particularly in the Kiyomitsu-dera temple in Kyoto, there's one place where people who want to get married, who just fell in love, where they go to and where they can get a blessing in this temple of hares.
And we placed the hare on a Dutch bicycle, of course. And then
Come to Holland.
yes. And then we made some watermelons and the Japanese samurai swords and some grapes, and it went on and on and on, and also the Dutch flower. And at the end we thought, well, what shall we do with all those symbols? We have to bring them together. And then we actually make a drawing of the ship the Liefde, who came 400 years ago from the Netherlands to Japan. And we put them all together in this
You put a lot of strong
lovely ship.
figures in the ship.
Yeah, Mandela.
It would be great if all these
Castro.
people have a big love affair.
Exactly, that's what I mean. Yes.
Finish?
Finish.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.